In Spanish, when we're using direct and indirect object pronouns, a lot of times they're going to come together in the same sentence. And when they do, and we have a direct and an indirect, the indirect will go first, and then we'll use the direct object pronoun. Alright, let's just do a quick review of what the direct object pronouns are. And a reminder that we use direct object pronouns to replace the direct object. So, it, for example, is what it might sound like. And for the indirect, we have me te le, nos os les, and these mean stuff like to me. And we use the indirect whenever we are giving something to someone. Alright, well let's look at a couple examples. So if we look at our first one over here, me das el dinero. So will you give me the money? Alright, well let's answer that question. Yes, I give the money to you. And we remember our placement, that we generally place it before the conjugated verb. Alright, now this is a correct answer. If you wrote this on a test, or were using it in conversation, you would be good. But what I want to do is, instead of repeating el dinero in our answer, because that is a direct object, let's replace that. And so option 2, we could say sí, and we know we have te doy, and we're going to replace el dinero with a direct object pronoun, and it's masculine singular, so all of this will be replaced with lo. Where do we put this? We put it before the conjugated verb, and we're going to put it right here. Indirect before direct. Te lo doy. Both of these are good answers. I would tend to go with the second one here so that we can avoid the repetition. Alright, let's look at another example. Same idea, but this time we are giving the money to Juan. And this time I'm going to say no. And that right there is a perfect answer. I do not give the money to John. And the reason that we have to put the a Juan out here is because the le could mean to him, to her, to you, to it, to the class. Now, option number 2, to avoid repetition of saying the money again, we can take this out and again replace it with lo. Except in Spanish, they don't like to see this l, these two L words together. So let it be any of this le, lo, le, los. So this will change to a se. No, no se lo doy. Alright, let's try another example. So if we look at our example on the top here, we have a form of ir plus a plus an infinitive. And this sentence says, are you going to explain the homework to me? And let's say, yes, I am going to explain. So we're going to start with I'm going to explain the homework to you. But again, I would prefer not to have this repetition. So I want to take this out and replace it with a direct object pronoun, which would be la. And we have our indirect, so we will put it right here. Te la voy a explicar. Perfect. It's a good answer. The second thing that we can do when we are using the structure ir plus a plus an infinitive, we can put this preceding the conjugated verb, which is where it is right now. Option number 2, what we can do when we have these is instead of putting the te la right here, we can attach it to the end. Te la as one word. Both are correct. Whatever is easiest for you. So let's look at a second example here. We have the question, are you explaining the answers to them? And we'll let the them be the students. And we're going to say, yes, I am explaining the answers. Can't forget this part. I am explaining the answers to who? I am explaining the answers to them. Alright, done. It's a perfect answer. But again, I don't want to have all this repetition. I would prefer that when I'm saying my answer, I forgot my P, that this las respuestas I want to replace with a direct object, which would be a las. We will have our indirect object first, and then our direct object pronoun, which will be las. But in Spanish, we don't like la, so this first one here will change to se. So our answer is sí, se las estoy explicando. Now remember, when we're working with ir plus a plus an infinitive, we can put it before or we can put it after. The same when we're working with estar plus ando yendo. We can put it before. That's perfect. Leave it just there if you want. Or you can take those two and attach it to the end. Now you might wonder, can I put one at the front and one at the back? No. You have to choose. You're either all right here or all right here. You're either all in the front or all in the back. Alright, let's take a quick review. When we're working with our direct and indirect object pronouns together, we will always put the indirect first and then the direct object pronouns. Spanish also doesn't like to see le or les, lo, la, los, or las, and so this first one here changes to a se. Alright, go out and try a few on your own and let me know how you do. Suerte!